Welcome guys to a brand new video on solo leveling Arise. So I recently went over a amazing announcement with the announcement of Canada Early Access. However, I also want to talk about whether or not you guys should actually go into the early access. So yes, it might say Canada, but technically a lot of people will be able to actually play this even if they're not in the Canada region, because you can definitely download the APK. So the moment this game is available on the Play Store in the Canada region, the APK will also be available. Now, typically when a game do early access in another region, it's usually locked behind VPN. So you can't actually access this game if you're not from the region, but you can download the game. But if you have a VPN that can transfer, how the internet shit works, transfers your connection to a Canada region, you can technically go ahead and play it. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about this because I think a lot of people will want to do this, but there's one thing you guys need to know. Do not actually try and make the Canada region account your main account. It will always be a very bad idea. Now, the only real reason why you guys want to play the Canada Early Access if you're not from Canada is just to see how well the game is built and just to have a basic understanding of how the game actually works. And I think a lot of current content creators will absolutely go ahead and do that simply because they can make content for it and it benefits them. That's what I'm going to be doing. The moment the early access is available, I will be able to play it. Now, unfortunate for me, if the game gets released in April, which I think the game officially for global region should be getting announced for April, I will not be able to play it simply because during that time, I will be extremely busy with exams and I literally can't justify it to myself to start playing this game. So I will see this Canada Early Access as an opportunity for me to actually play the game. Now, like I said, it's pure speculation with the announcement of global announcement for April, but if early access for this game gets released within 2 weeks, then I do see the game having getting officially released in April. I don't think early access is going to last for 3 months, 4 months. There is Black Clover Mobile, which actually did that, in which early access for the Canada region was for a very long time. Now it depends if the game releases on the Canada region and it's really flawed, if there's major issues and people that are playing the game notice major issues and changes that needs to be done, yes, they might decide to push back the official global announcement or global release for a later date if there's flaws. That's what technically happened with Black Clover Mobile. They changed the system in which in the JP version, the way you upgrade your characters was technically different, and so for the Canada region they had to release a new system, so they wanted to test how good it was, and that's why the Canada region was for a very long time. Now, if the Canada region for solo leveling takes a very long time, in which is over 3 months, it's going to be a very bad idea because the devs are trying to maximize the release of this game. Right now, solo leveling has its own anime right now, so it would benefit them if they release the game around the same time the anime is getting released. In fact, the main character Son Jin-woo hasn't said Arise yet. He hasn't said it. I think it will be extremely cool if the moment the episode gets released in which he says Arise and he gets his first Shadow Warrior, it would be extremely cool if they then release an anime. If they then release the global version, but I really doubt it. Because that would be right now episode 9 got released. I don't know how long or how many episodes the anime is going to be available for, but for what I understand, the devs are trying to maximize the profits by making sure the game gets released around the same time the anime is airing. It might be maybe a day after or a week after the anime ends, because many people will still talk about the anime because solo leveling is hype as hell. But they are trying to maximize the release of this game. So one thing to note though, with the Canada region, you should not make it your main account if you are not in the Canada region. You guys might be tempted to spend as well, but if you're not going to main this account, I highly recommend you guys not to do that, because you guys will be requiring VPN every single time you play this game. In the long run, it isn't beneficial for your gameplay, as well as Canada region is a small region compared to global region, obviously. So you know how co-op is a thing in this game as well. Canada region should be locked within the Canada region with the co-op. Co-op is something you want a lot of players to be involved in. In the Canada region, where there's going to be significantly lower players, it might be significantly harder to get a co-op run actually happen. Now in the future, yes, the Canada server will probably merge with the global server. That's something that always happens. Any regions with an early server or early release will always merge the timeline with the global region in the future. So the Canada server is used usually as a test to see how much people enjoy this game or any issues with the game. So unfortunately, Canada region is going to be the test dummy, but fortunately for the global player, it's good for you because you then have the better version of the game when it comes out. It sucks for the Canada region, but that's how it works. Now, I don't know how long the Canada region early access is going to be available for before global releases happens, but typically it's usually like a month or maybe 2 months. I don't know. It shouldn't take too long before the global announcement happens after the Canada early access happens as well. But if it does take a while, then it's going to absolutely suck. But at the end of the day, we will have information regarding the characters we should save for and the characters we should summon for. Yeah, see, look, the beta will be this month and global release in April. I'm not the only one who thinks that. I also think that's gonna be happening. Yeah, it's because, to be honest, it's usually a bad idea to have a early access like this because they will always have information first before the global server. And if that actually happens, it means people can just keep saving resources for the best character in the game, and it's never a good idea for the devs to do that. So it is what it is. Yeah, let's see. So VPN more than likely will be requiring VPN. Sometimes though, it is extremely hard. It's not like any VPN would work, by the way. You need to have the specific, there's a specific, sometimes the specific VPN works. Sometimes games locks very popular VPN that people use. So ExpressVPN might not work. Actually, it might work because it's paid, but like any of the free VPN that is popular might not work. That's what I've noticed because games specifically ban those VPNs, so it's going to be extremely hard. So just a quick talk about the Canada early access. My last video was just a announcement for it, but do understand that yes, it might be early access and whatnot, but please, if you're not in the Canada region, I mean, it is your account, do whatever you want to do, but I don't think it's a good idea to try and make this account your main account, because when global releases, there's probably going to be pre-registration rewards as well. In the Canada early access, there's probably going to be 0 pre-registration rewards. I don't think they're going to do that, so it's going to be extremely harder for you guys to reroll and whatnot, and it's usually better for global release when a lot of events are available so that you guys can summon for the character you want or reroll for the character you want. It's going to be very, very painful. But if you guys are going to, if you guys don't care about it being early access and you just want to play the game, sure, go ahead and do that. Try and play the game to see what the game is like, understand the combat system, the what we're exactly summoning for, because we still don't know what we're summoning for. Are we summoning for weapons? Are we summoning for characters? Are we summoning for both of them? That's something we need to discover as well. So that's why I'm happy with the early access. I can actually go ahead and take a look at it, and I will also release a bunch of videos on it. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel for future content on solo leveling Arise. I am a huge fan of the webtoon. I am a webtoon meathead. Literally, I read every single webtoon that is interesting. And one thing to understand with Netmarble is collabs are like 90% confirmed. Literally, with Netmarble, you're 90% confirmed to have a collab in the game. So solo leveling might actually get a Tower of God collaboration in the future. That's going to be another video I release in the future where I talk about future collaborations in this game, because it's more than likely going to happen because they have the IP to do it. And why not? You can get a lot of people who are interested in Tower of God to play this game as well. You might even see 7 Deadly Sins characters in here as well, which would be cool as well. So the possibility is endless, and I look forward to this. That's all I want to make. That's all I want to talk about in today's video. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys are excited. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.